Hey everyone, it is Monday, April 1st. I know this is the March newsletter, so I apologize. I've been having some technology issues that I'm trying to slowly work through. My new CRM software isn't quite what I'd hoped it would be, but I'm working the kinks out, so fingers crossed it'll be all taken care of by the end of the month. So the market has really taken off ever since spring break was over. That's pretty normal. We were hoping that it would pick up a lot earlier in the year, like say mid-January or February, but interest rates just kind of floating in the mid to upper sixes the way they have been. They definitely kept things tamped down a little bit. Once rates go below 5% again, things are going to go crazy again. So once again, don't say I didn't warn you about that. It's really not a bad idea to buy, and if you can ride out your higher monthly payment and then refinance in the future, it's going to be a lot easier to do that than to compete with 15, 20 offers like we were back in 2020 through 2022. So the other big thing that's really come up in real estate, I think a lot of people have seen the lawsuits and the settlement that the National Association of Realtors agreed. It's hard for me to really comment on it, so I'm going to tread pretty lightly. From my point of view, it's going to add a couple of extra steps to my job, but it's not going to be an enormous deal. Buyer's agent commission is just no longer going to be featured on the MLS, meaning my job, I have to call ahead, make sure the seller is offering compensation for a buyer's agent. I just really don't think it's going to change a heck of a lot. Now, what the news is all saying is, say goodbye to standard 6% commission. 6%. This is a little bit of an insider, a little bit of a view inside. There was never such thing as a 6% standard. Any real estate agent that said 6% standard, it could be interpreted that they were breaking the law. I have never once said that in 20 years. It's always negotiable. Now, is it often or almost always is it almost always 6%? For the most part, 5 to 6%. But when you have instances like 2021 and 2022, I actually saw a few instances where sellers were not offering buyer's agent commission. Now, that wasn't a big deal because everybody was paying cash. They were going 15% over list. So what's the difference with 3%? But in a normal market, to be competitive, sellers, it's been what has been offered for the most part. Again, I can't say standard. I can just say what has been a trend. But anyway, I hope this helps. It's a little rambly, and to be perfectly honest, I've been asked this about 35 times in the last 2 weeks, so this is just kind of my 2 cents. But regardless, y'all have a wonderful day. Don't take anything anyone says seriously today. It's April Fool's, and if you ever have any questions, I'm here to help.